Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's Mubin Nas. I'm from MK Preparations, and today we'll discuss about the MS MPhil Admission Test 2022 for securing admission in the Institute of Zoology, University of the Punjab, Lahore. Okay, so before we start the paper, we need to focus on the patron. We need to have a short introduction of the patron of the test. Okay, so the test includes about the 100 MCQs. Okay, and from these 100 MCQs, about 25 MCQs are from the general knowledge subject. Okay, and 75 MCQs are from the zoology subject. And let's divide the general knowledge portion into different subjects. So in case of general knowledge portion, there are about 25 MCQs, and 4 to 5 MCQs are taken from the different subjects like the English and the mathematics, social studies, analytical reasoning, including the intelligence questions, and some questions based on the current knowledge. Okay, so from these 4 to 5 subjects of the general knowledge, about 4 to 5 MCQs from each of these subjects are chosen, okay, or these are added to your exam. After that, the 75 MCQs of the zoology. So it includes the major subjects of the MSc of the zoology and the subjects that you have studied in the last 4 semesters of the BS honors zoology. So these subjects include the developmental biology, and you can prepare this subject from the Scott F. Gilbert book. After that, cell and molecular biology, and you can prepare this from the P.S. Verma book. And then the physiology. For physiology, you can have a look on the book of Eckert, Animal Physiology, and the Guyton and Hall textbook of medical physiology. Then the evolution and the principles of systematics and the general biochemistry. You can have a look on this portion from the Lehninger principles of the biochemistry. And then and the environmental biology and the wildlife and genetics. And after that, the zoogeography and the paleontology. So for the paleontology and zoogeography, you need to focus on the zoogeographic regions, their diversities, and the distribution of the animals in different regions. For the paleontology, you need to focus on the fossils, the types of the fossils, okay, and the process of making the fossils, and different mediums for the fossils. So these are about 8 to 9 major subjects of the zoology that you might have studied in the MSc or in the last 4 semesters of the BS Honors Zoology. Okay, so about 5 to 6 MCQs are taken from each of these 8 to 9 subjects. Okay, so it will make about 75 MCQs. Almost 5 to 6 MCQs from each of these 8 to 9 subjects will make up a mass of 75 MCQs. So these 75 MCQs of zoology plus 25 MCQs of general knowledge, these are added to your exam. So this exam for getting admission in MS or MPhil Zoology in the Institute of Zoology, University of the Punjab, Lahore, this test was conducted in 2022. So I have completed the MCQs, okay, and I have tried my best to answer you each question. But if you find any wrong answer, then you can comment it. Okay, you can comment it down in the comment section with the correct answers. Okay, because we are humans and amendments can be made. So the first question is the enzymes which are always present in an organism. These are known as the constitutive enzymes, okay? Not the apoenzyme or the allostatic or inducible, because apoenzymes are the enzymes that are away from their cofactors. So allostatic and inducible enzymes are some other types. Constitutive enzymes are actually the enzymes that are always present in an organism, okay? That make up the organism's body. Number two, Mutarotation is a property exhibited by the hemiacetyl and hemiketal forms of the sugars refer to change in the optical rotation. Okay, so the hemiacetals and the hemiketal forms of the sugars are referring to change in their optical rotation, and this the term that is used for their optical rotation is known as the mutarotation. Number three, which sugar is found in the milk? So the lactose sugar. So one most common MCQs, lactose sugar is found in the milk. Okay, and the enzyme lactase is required for its breakdown. Number four, which of the following enzyme is not needed for the synthesis of the glycogen? So UDP glucose, pyrophosphorylase, and glycogen synthase and glycogen phosphorylase. These enzymes are actually required for the synthesis of glycogen, but amylose 1416 transglycosylase is not the enzyme that is required for the synthesis of the glycogen. Okay. Number five, how many amino acid residues are present in per turn of the alpha helix? So there are about 3.6 residues, means 3 complete amino acids and about the, you can say 60% portion of the fourth amino acid in one turn of the alpha helix. Number six, which enzyme of the citric acid cycle is present in the inner mitochondrial membrane? So this enzyme is the succinate dehydrogenase enzyme. Okay, this is present in the inner mitochondrial membrane, and all other enzymes are present in the mitochondrial matrix. Number seven, complex I of the electron transport chain is also known as the NADH coenzyme Q reductase or NADH dehydrogenase. Okay, so these are the NADH reductase and dehydrogenase enzymes, and their complex is known as the complex 1. Number 8, purines are synthesized from the IMP, inosine monophosphate. Okay, and number 9, sphingomyelin found in myelin sheath of the nerve cell is a combination of these two things, the sphingosine along with the phosphorylcholine, not cephaline or inositol or glycerol. Sphingolene with the phosphorylcholine. These are going to attach with each other, forming a sphingomyelin in the myelin sheath of the nerve cells. Okay, and we know that the myelinated neurons are those neurons in which the impulse travels fastly. Number 10, which of the following RNA is not transcribed by the RNA polymerase 1? So RNA polymerase 1 transcribes these three types, but not the 5S ribosomal RNA. Okay, 5S ribosomal RNA is transcribed by the other types of the RNA polymerase. Okay, so the next one is 11. Which of the following is not the cis-acting element? So transcriptional factors are not the cis-acting elements. The other promoters, enhancers, and operators. These are the cis-acting elements, but transcriptional factors are the trans-acting elements. Okay. Number 12, the number of the ATP required to incorporate the one amino acid into a peptide chain during the translation is 4. 2 are required for the activation and 2 are required for the incorporation. Okay, finally, attachment. Number 13, Shine-Dalgarno sequences are recognized by the 16S ribosomal RNA. So Shine-Dalgarno sequences are those sequences that will be recognized by the ribosomal RNAs. Okay. And the type of the ribosomal RNA is a 16S ribosomal RNA that will recognize these child-Dalgarno sequences that are present on the other RNAs. Okay, on the messenger RNA, child-Dalgarno sequence is actually present on the messenger RNA, and we know that during the translation, the messenger RNA is going to attach with the ribosomal RNA. So the Shine-Dalgarno sequence of mRNA will attach with the 16S ribosomal RNA. Number 14, which among the following is not the component of the RNA? So the thiamine and the 5-methyl uracil. Actually, the second name of the thiamine is the 5-methyl uracil. So both of these are not the components of the RNA, because we know that in case of RNA, thiamine is replaced by the uracil. So uracil is present in RNA, but not these two. Okay. Number 15, if the anticodon sequence is GAC, anticodon that is present on the transfer RNA. and the base triplet codon on the coding DNA strand will be. So first of all, you need to have a look on the anticodon sequence, and then you need to attach it with the complementary nucleotides of the messenger RNA, and then these nucleotides, you need to make the complementary nucleotides of the coding strand, coding DNA strand, or you can say the template strand, okay? So it's GAC. Number 16, the DNA is soluble in water. Okay, DNA is soluble in water, and because it's an organic DNA is organic, and it's having the charges. Okay, and the phosphoric acid has negative charges, and then histone proteins are having the positive charges. Number 17, how many transfer RNAs are needed to carry the serine amino acids to the ribosomes during the translation in eukaryotes? So we know that transfer RNAs are specific for each type of the amino acid. So if there are about 20 types of amino acids in our body, so one amino acid is carried by a specific transfer RNA. So one transfer RNA for the one specific amino acid. Number 18, tryptophan is an amino acid. It's an essential amino acid, or it's a standard amino acid, and its nature is proteinic. Okay, so that's why all of the options are correct. Number 19, a Homo sapiens having the XY genotype with the normal SRY gene on the Y chromosome, but mutation in the TFM gene on X chromosome will be phenotypically sterile female, because the X chromosome is having the TFM gene, and the Y chromosome is having the SRY gene. SRY gene is normal, but TFM gene on X chromosome is mutated. So such individuals are actually the genotypically males, but phenotypically these are females with enlarged breast and blind vagina, and they cannot reproduce further. Okay. Number 20, a normal woman whose father and grandfather both were colorblind and marries a normal man whose father was colorblind. So what is the chance that their first child will be the colorblind? So for your knowledge, the color blindness is actually the X-linked recessive trait. So you can easily draw the pedigree and you will get the answer 25. Okay, that the chance of their first child to be the color blind is about 25%. Okay. Number 21, sickle cell anemia is an example of the autosomal recessive trait. Okay, it's actually a point mutation, a type of the point mutation in which only a single nucleotide will be replaced. Autosomal recessive trait. Number 22, how many types of the gametes are possible from this genotype? So there are about 16 types of the gametes that will be formed from this genotype. Number 23, in my opinion, there are 16, but if you are going to count it and found some other answer, then you can also comment it down. Number 23, a man with the Bombay blood group having the blood group genotype IAI marries a woman with the blood group O. Okay, that a man is having Bombay blood group. It means that the man is genotypically having the blood group A, but phenotypically O. Marries a normal woman whose blood group is O. Okay, so what is the probability that their first son will have the blood group O? So because the mother is having both the recessive alleles and the father is having one recessive allele, so the chance is the 50%. Okay, that the first child will be having the blood group O. Number 24, if all the daughters of an affected father are affected, the mode of inheritance will be X-linked dominant. Okay. If all the daughters are affected, if the father is affected, then the mode of inheritance will be the X-linked dominant. Number 25, Drosophila having the 6 autosomes and one pair of the X chromosomes will be phenotypically a meta female. Okay. Number 27, an individual with the normal diploid number 46 have lost a single chromosome and contains the 45 chromosomes instead of 46. This condition is known as the monosomy. Means the loss of the one chromosome is known as monosomy. Ploidy is referring to the presence of the extra sets of the chromosomes. But for here, one chromosome has been lost, so that's why it's monosomy, not the ploidy. Okay. Number 29, for dash classification, character variations must be identified as ancestral or derived characters. So these are the cladistics. Okay, cladistics classification. Number 30, the study of the diversification of the living organisms in the past and the present is known as systematics. Number 31, populations of a species that live in separate areas and differ in their characters. These are known as subspecies that are living in separate areas and differ in characters also. These are subspecies of a specific species. Number 32, gene pool of dash may not be the representative of their parent population. So the gene pools of the founder populations, these are not actually the representative of their parent populations. Okay. In case of founder populations, individuals, a few individuals are going to leave their original population, they will migrate to another area, and after that, they will spread only the specific types of the alleles there. Number 33, natural selection dash the genetic diversity in a population. So natural selection decreases the genetic diversity because nature will select only the favorable alleles for the environment. All other alleles will be eliminated. So that's why it's leading to the decrease in the genetic diversity. Number 34, which is not that cause of the genetic load. Okay. So mutation, segregation, migration, all of these are the causes of the genetic load, but random breeding is not the cause of the genetic load. Number 36, sea urchin blastomeres during the early cleavage lack both the G1 and the G2 phases. Okay. Number 37, a protein which recognizes the terminal galactose residue of a ZP3 carbohydrate chain as the sperm cell surface galactosyl transferase. Okay, ZP3, zona pellucida 3. Zona pellucida is a part of the egg. Okay, so it's a covering of the egg. So this zona pellucida 3 galactose residue will be recognized by the sperm cell surface galactosyl transferase receptor. Okay. Number 38, in telolacetal cleavage, yolk is, telo means at the tip. So in these, the yolk is concentrated or located at one end of the egg. Number 39, during the brain development, it forms the thalamic and the hypothalamic brain regions. So the diencephalon forms the thalamic and hypothalamic brain regions, okay? Number 40, during the embryonic development, the gut and the other organs are derived from gut, and the organs related to gut, like the endocrine gland, like the glands, okay, the liver, the pancreas, all of these are isolated from the or derived from the endoderm. Number 41, of the three major neuronal types in retina, which are the last to complete their differentiation. So these are the ganglions. The photoreceptors, the bipolars, and ganglions. Okay, these are the three major, but ganglions are actually the last one that are going to complete their differentiation. Number 42. Studies on the hormonal control of the development have led to the understanding of the dramatic reprogramming of the development known as the metamorphosis. So, hormonal control of development is known as the metamorphosis, in which the organisms are going to change their shape and they will be converted from the lower forms, from the larva or to the adults. Okay. Number 43, primordial germ cells, after reaching the gonads, they divide to form the spermatogonia. After that, type A1 spermatogonia. After that, type A2 spermatogonia, and then so on, leading to the spermatocytes, then spermatids, then to the sperms. Okay. So when the primordial germ cells will first enter in the gonads, they will first be converted into type A1 spermatogonia. Number 44. Increase in the concentration of which of the following ion causes the dilation of the arterioles? So these are the potassium ions that will lead to the vasodilation. Number 45. A powerful vasoconstrictor in damages the blood vessels. So this constrictor is the endothelin that will lead to the damage in the blood vessel. Number 46, the muscles that pull the rib cage downward during expiration. These are internal intercostal muscles. And number 47, the muscles that will pull the rib cage upward during the inspiration. These are external intercostal muscles. Okay. Number 48, the hormone which is secreted by the several endocrine tumors is the cortisol hormone. Okay. Number 49, Glucocorticoids stimulate the conversion of amino acids to glucose. This reaction takes place in the liver. Conversion of amino acids to glucose in the liver. Okay. Number 50, molecular weight of the chromogranin a secretory protein of the chromaffin cells, is 48 K delta. Okay. So kilo, delta, Dalvin, and 51. Which of the following has the lowest percentage in the chylomicrons? So the cholesterol. Chylomicrons are having the triglycerides, okay, the phospholipids, the fatty acids, and the cholesterol. So cholesterol is having the lowest percentage. Number 52, which of the following is not the evolutionary trend in horses? So, in my view, closed orbit is not the evolutionary trend. All others, widening of incisors, reduction of the toes, and diastema reduction, all of these are the trends, but the closed orbit has not been observed as much. Number 53, dental formula 2123 or 2123 corresponds to which of the following? So, this dental formula does not correspond to any one of these. Okay. Number 54, oldest known fossils are about 3.5 billion years old. Number 55, collisions of the cosmic rays with the atmospheric nitrogen forms the carbon 14. Okay, when the cosmic rays are going to collide with the atmospheric nitrogen 14, then it will form the carbon 14. 56. Wood is an example of the body fossil. Okay, not a trace or pseudo or living fossil. It's an example of the body fossil. Body fossils are those that are actually the parts of the plants or the animals. So wood is actually a part of the plant. Number 57 in dash, fossil bones and the teeth were often collected as dragon bones and used for the medicinal purpose. So this country is China. In China, the fossil bones and teeth were collected and they were also utilized for the medicinal purposes. Number 58, mountains and the rivers are the examples of the ecological barriers, not the biotopic or the biological. These are ecological barriers, or you can say the geographical barriers. Number 59, the mudstone is an example of, mudstone is a type of clay. Okay, it's an example of clay, not the pebbles, cobbles, silt, or sand. It's an example of the clay. Number 60, if a species has a current status of high extinction risk, so it will be known as the critically endangered species that is near to extinct if it's not going to be preserved. Number 61, dead animals found in an ecosystem are known as the carrions. Okay. Number 62, natality is the representation of, natality is actually the birth rate and mortality is the death rate. Okay. Number 63, complete alimentary canal, free living, elastic, marine, without segmentation. These are the characteristics of flatworms. Flatworms are having the complete alimentary canal. Okay. Planaria is not having the free complete alimentary canal, but all others are having the complete alimentary canal. They are free living. And some are parasitic, but some are free living as well. They are living in marine and without segmentation. So these are flatworms. Okay. If you find some other option good, then you can, or if you find any of these characteristics that is not related to the flatworms, then you can comment the best answer in your opinion in the comment section. Number 65, the most restricted area of the wildlife according to the Punjab Wildlife Act in 1974 is. I have read this Punjab Wildlife Act of 1974, and in my view, the game reserves are the most restricted areas of the wildlife. Okay. Number 66, which is the most major threat to the wildlife. So, if we're going to destroy their habitat, it will be the great threat to the wildlife. Number 67, if you eat meat and suffered from the botulism, then you have the zoonosis. So zoonosis diseases are those that are going to transfer from animals to humans, and reverse zoonosis are those diseases that are going to transfer from humans to animals. Okay, so this one is going to transfer from meat means from any other animal to the human. So that's why this is zoonosis. Fungal, it's not fungal. Botulism is actually due to the Clostridium botulinum. It's a bacterial disease, not the fungal or the viral. And then the 69 in the, sorry, 68, the pyramid which places the microorganisms in true relationship with the macroscopic components is the biomass. Okay. Number 69, in deserts, the precipitation is less than 25 centimeter, okay, 25 centimeter a year, and is often scattered unevenly throughout a year. For 25 centimeter, you can say 40 centimeter. Number 70, in aquatic ecosystems, to quantify the spectral pattern of the reflected light of photosynthetic organisms. In my opinion, the best answer for this is the light dark bottle method. Okay, we can use this in some articles I have also a look on the biological pump. But the best method for my convenience is the light or dark bottle method. So next one is 71. The Earth's inner core rotates at a slightly higher angular velocity than the remainder of the planet, advancing by zero point 0.4 to 1.8 degrees per year. Okay, the Earth's inner core rotate about 0.4 to 1.8 degrees per year. Number 72, which of the following is not a direct ozone depleting substance? So the carbon monoxide is not, but the carbon tetrachloride, methyl chloroform, chlorofluorocarbons, all of these are actually ozone depleting substances, but not the carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is not directly involved in this method. Number 73, the outermost layer of the soil that contains the water, air, and organisms, means that is containing the hydrosphere, that is containing the atmosphere, that is containing the lithosphere. So it's the pedosphere. Okay. Number 74, the maximum concentration of the ozone is present in which layer of the atmosphere? This one is the second layer, the stratosphere. Okay. Troposphere is the first layer, and stratosphere is the second layer of atmosphere that is containing maximum ozone. Number 75, Mars atmosphere is mainly composed of carbon dioxide gas. Number 76, 2, 6, 3, 9, 6, 18, 15. So you need to have a look on the last one. So this one is the 45. Okay. It's been about the multiplication of the numbers, and in this way you can easily calculate it. Okay. Means three threes are 6 and 6 multiplication. After that, 6 threes are 18, and 2 threes are 6, 6 threes are 18, and then 18 threes are in this way. We can calculate it easily. Okay, 45. If 10 people can do a piece of work in 5 days, working 2 hours a day, how long will 2 people take to do the same work, working 5 hours a day? So it will take about the 5 hours, 2 people, and 10 days. It will take 10 days because the number of people are reduced. Okay. And the time has been increased and the days are 10. Number 78, at a conference, 6 members shook hands with each other before and after the meeting. How many total number of the handshakes occurred? So there are 30. Number 79, 7 into 9 minus 4 into 3 plus 10. So the answer is 61. You need to focus on the bold mass rule. Number 80, for the positive whole numbers x, y, z, the following is true. X into y value is 14, y into z value is 10, and z into x value is 35. So you need to calculate these values. So x, y, and z. There are 2, 7, and 5. Okay, and when you're going to plus it, you will get the answer 14. Okay. So number 81. Alex lights a candle every 10 minutes and each candle burns for 40 minutes before going out. So how many candles are burning 55 minutes after he lit the first candle? So 3 candles are burning, okay? Number 82, there are 14 more cookies than the biscuits in a jar of 38 cookies and biscuits. So how many cookies are there in the jar? So there are 26 cookies. Number 83, calculate the value of xf2. X plus 5 minus 7 is equals to 3 into x minus 2. The value of the x is 9. You can easily calculate it. Number 84, in an enclosure, there is a group of the kangaroos. So if you add up the ages of all the kangaroos, you will get 36 years. So in 2 years, all the kangaroos together will be 60 years old. So how many kangaroos are there in the enclosure? There are about 12 kangaroos, okay? Number 85, what number continues the following sequence? 0.37, 0.37, 0.74, and 2.2. Okay, so you need to multiply it with the 2. Initially 1, and then with 0.37 with 2, you will get 0.74, and then 0.74 with 3, you will get 2.22. Now you have to multiply the 2.22 with 4, and you will get the answer 8.88. Okay. Number 86, the product of the four different numbers is 100. What is the total of these numbers? So these numbers total is 14. Now, when you are going to multiply these numbers, you will get the answer 100. Number 87, 20 plus 18 and 20 minus 18. You will get the answer 19 by taking the ratio of both of these equations. Number 89, Maria has 24 rupees. Each of her three sisters has 12 rupees. So how much does she have to give to each sister so that all four of them have the same amount of the rupees? So you have to give the 3 rupees to each of her sister. Number 90, the following two statements are true. Some aliens are green and all others are purple. And green aliens live on the Mars only. Which of the following logical conclusions can be made? So the answer is D, because if we are going to look at the first option, all aliens live on Mars. It's not been mentioned here that all aliens live on Mars, because green aliens live on Mars only. It has been mentioned, means the aliens are also present on the other planets. There are only green aliens on Mars. Okay. So green aliens live on Mars. It's been mentioned that green aliens live on Mars only. Okay. There are only green aliens, that has been not mentioned, because rather than green, some other might also be present. And all purple aliens live on Venus. It's not been any hint here. So there are no green aliens on the Venus. This is the best option. Okay. Number 91, his reaction was not the only good one. Okay. Number 92, beauty is to ugliness as adversity is to prosperity. So these are the opposites to each other. Beauty is to ugliness and adversity is to prosperity. Number 93, though Aslam is poor, yet he is honest. Okay. Number 94, the mood is active at the night. Number 95, the culprit has been charged with murder. Number 96, a handwriting which cannot be easily read is known as illegible. Number 97, antonym of the spurious is genuine. Spurious means that is something false or non-genuine, okay? And the opposite of the spurious is genuine. Number 98, what does carry the day means? Carry the day means winning, okay? Number 99, Vikas was so good at mathematics that his friends considered him to be a prodigy. 100, which one who is present everywhere is known as the omnipresent. Okay, so we have discussed all the 100 MCQs, 25 of the general knowledge and 75 of the zoology subject. And if you found any wrong answers, then you can comment it on the comment section, because I have thoroughly searched these questions, and I have tried my best to answer you, to properly or correctly answer you these questions. Okay. But we're humans and we're full of blunders as well. So if you found any misconceptions or any wrong answers, then you can easily comment it, and we'll try to amend that. Okay. And hopefully this video will surely help you for the preparation of the exam of the Punjab University for securing admission in Institute of Zoology. Okay. So inshallah, we'll meet up with the next video. Until then, Allah Hafiz.